Hi guys, it's Justine. I know I haven't talked to you in quite a while. So I already know I'm probably going to be stumped a lot and say the word a lot. Just bear with me. I guess my priorities were a little different for a while. I'm now a licensed esthetician and I'm working 2 jobs and I'm taking care of the munchkin. So I have a lot going on. Hi Munch! So I have a lot going on. But I just wanted to take a brief moment before work to talk to you guys about something that has been on my heart a lot lately. And something, whether it be talking to friends, personally, talking to clients, something that I feel, I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about and give you a little bit of my input on this topic. And the topic is, the topic is judgment. I actually wanted to talk about something completely different originally when I decided that I wanted to take time to make a video today. But I find that this is just, I guess, a quicker subject, and I prayed about it a little bit and said, God, is there anything you want me to say, anything you want me to talk about? And I just was thinking about, what is a reoccurring subject or issue in my life and in, the people that I associate with in their life. So that's what I wanted to touch on today. So the thing about judgment is that it's done far too much. We live in 2017. It's such a sensitive time for so many people, and I think that if you kind of present yourself in the wrong way, if you say something that offends people, they just completely chew you out for it. It's crazy. But so I think that's it's causing a division, and that's a whole nother issue. But I'll start with telling you a little bit of the judgment that I've been dealing with recently. Recently I have been judged for the way that I look. People, even just look at my face, if I'm just not smiling, or because I'm done up frequently. People have this idea about me that I'm stuck up, that I'm mean, that I'm a bitch, whatever it may be. So that's, one judgment that I've been dealing with. Another judgment that I've been dealing with recently is because I don't go to church anymore. I can't remember last time I was in church. I think it's been a good 6-7 months maybe. So people, make the assumption that I'm no longer close to God, that I'm not a godly woman, blah, blah, blah. There are a number of reasons why I don't go. It's nothing, it's, at the end of the day, I think that the most important relationship you have with God is your personal relationship with God. I think it's very important to put yourself out there for other people. It is important to have kind of that church family and people that you vent to, and people who keep you strong and people that you can keep strong. I think that's very, very important. And another thing that I'm judged for quite frequently is my past. That's probably the biggest thing that I'm judged for. And it's funny because someone brought it up to me. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning to a text, and I won't give too many details, but basically it was something along the lines of, this person had a preconceived idea about me based on what they had heard about me. And I came to the realization that the people who have the most negative things to say about me are the people that are no longer a part of my life. So I don't take it personally, because how could they know what I am now if they're no longer a part of my life, because we have nothing in common. It's so funny how people are so quick to pass judgment on someone who's trying to do better. It's like they completely disregard the fact that, hi Munchkin. They just completely disregard the fact that you're doing better. It's like the only thing they have against you, the only thing they can hang on to is what you've done and where you've been. Hi Munchkin. So I just want to, for the people who are judged like me on a daily basis, and, people try to pull you back, they have this idea about you because of the way that you look, pay them absolutely no mind. You know, and I feel like people who judge like that are just so small-minded, and besides the fact that they're small-minded, if you know that it's not true what they're saying, then just continue on your way. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Know that you know, we all go through it. No matter how wonderful you are, you're going to go through it. There's always going to be those people that are unpleased with you. I encourage you, if you are one of those people that has, you know, any kind of issue with me, please feel free to write me a message. I'm by no means looking for a fight. I'm 27 years old. But if I truly haven't done anything to hurt you or to offend you, feel free to reach out. We can talk about it. If it's not that big of a deal, it's not that big of an issue, then that's fine too. I mean, it just seems to be a big issue because I keep hearing about these things. So if it is that big of an issue and you know, want to get to know me or talk to me, or I have offended you, please feel free to reach out to me personally. We can discuss whatever you would like to discuss. So for the people who are not like me, and for the people who are not being judged but are the judgers, I just want to talk to you about a couple of very, very important things. I can't say that I've ever been like too judgmental of a person. I think we all pass judgment time to time. There are some of us who absolutely don't judge whatsoever because I think we've been through things, so we kind of have more of an understanding. There's some people who judge because they're just so naive and they're, you know, they're so set in their own ways that they can't possibly comprehend why other people do the things they do the way that they do the things that they do. I, you know, posted a status kind of recently touching on that subject briefly about how, you know, people who have lived a very blessed, I mean, for lack of better terms at the moment, life, and have been, you know, have obviously gone through struggle, but have never dealt with infidelity, have an amazing marriage with amazing children, never, you know, have never had any kind of financial issues, how they can be judgmental because it's something that they just simply can't understand. But what I want you to know, if you are judging people and if you are making people feel that they are so little or so less because of what they've done. Hi, Munchkin. I just want you to really understand that not only are you doing harm to that person, of course you're doing harm to that person because it doesn't feel the best to be judged, especially when someone doesn't know you or where you come from or why you may be the way that you are. But if you are judging, be very, very, very careful with your judgment, because whether you call it karma, reaping and sowing, whatever you refer to it as, there is a price to pay for the judgment that you place on other people, whether it be someone that you know personally who has hurt you or someone in the media that you know absolutely nothing about besides what you read on your feed. There is a very big price to pay, whether it be that one day you will be in exactly their position and you will then understand what it is like to be, you know, and not in the best place. Whether it be, you know, if you believe that you're going to heaven or hell, your judgment will come then. But, you know, if you feel the need to judge someone, and if you feel that you know better than that person and that you are better than that person, consider maybe instead of judging someone and making them feel so low, to be their help. If you truly feel that you know better than them and that you can add to their life and you can make them a better person, consider doing that. You know, reach out to them rather than seeing someone who's drunk all the time because they're heartbroken or they're doing drugs or they sleep around or whatever their issue may be. Reach out to them, say, hey, I don't want to offend you, but you know, I noticed this, you know, people talk about this, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just want to be there for you. Are you okay? Do you need help? Are you going through something? You know, when I was going through my rough time, I want to say now 2 years ago, when I initially, you know, was grieving over a breakup, which sounds so ridiculous now, but you know, whatever happens. You know, I turned to alcohol, I turned to drugs, I, you know, wasn't the classiest of ladies. And what really upset me at that time was that I can't think of, honestly, besides very few people, maybe a handful, I think that's being generous, that ever asked me, hey, are you okay? Hey, instead of drinking, do you want to just hang out and have dinner? Like, do you want to talk? Do you want to do anything else? They were pushing me into bars. They were judging me then for what I did at the bars. And it did no one any good. You know, I remember when I first had Luca, I got into an altercation with, a verbal altercation with someone who I have never met in my life, never spoken to in my life, was getting into my personal issues. And what she said to me was, don't you have a diaper to go change, you know, and kind of was making fun of my situation and the fact that I was going through a hard time with a newborn. And that really stuck with me, and I was talking to someone about it yesterday. You know, how it's just, I can't explain how careful you have to be with the words that you say to someone and the things that you wish on someone and the way that you treat people, because I don't wish it on any child. Absolutely not. I love kids. I think they're just the cutest, sweetest things in the world. But, you know, one day, the day will come. It's just, it does happen where when you judge and you make someone feel that way, this person, for example, will one day have a child. I hope that everything works out for her and that her amazing boyfriend stays with her and that she never has to go through, you know, doesn't have to be up every hour of the night. You know, that's not what I wish on anyone. But the fact is, the absolute fact, you can oppose me and if you would like, but the fact is that when you treat people poorly, there comes a time, whether it be immediate or 20 years down the line, when you will reap what you sow and you will experience to a degree what you have put that person through. You know, and, you know, I've been through so much, I've overcome so much, and I am just on a completely different path. I'm so happy and so incredibly blessed. You know, people say to me, and I don't know how to take it, sometimes they go, oh, is this all that you do? Meaning aesthetics. And I'm like, what do you mean all that I do? Yeah, it's all that I do. It's all that I have to do. I have far beyond my needs. I'm incredibly blessed. I have so many amazing clients, but people have this idea, and this is a form of judgment as well. People have this idea that I do makeup, I do lashes. Like, I must be shallow, right? I must be like, all I care about is beauty. But if you are my client, you understand that it's so much more than that. You know what I mean? I can't wait until my clients come in. I can honestly say there's not a single client that I have that I'm like, oh gosh, they're coming in today. We just, you know, whether it be tears or laughter, we connect on such a deeper level where it's also therapy, it's also their well-being, it's also my well-being, because I feel amazing helping people and being a light for them. And that's the blessing of going through the go-through, is that when you're on the other side of it, now you can influence people in a great way. Because when I remember when I needed an influence, the only influences I had were the ones that were, like I said, pushing me to the bar, getting me to do drugs, judging me, saying Justine was so stupid at the bar last night. And you know, you can be one or the other. You can be the person who's judgmental and not do any good for people because you're good and you're on your high horse and all is well. Or you can be an open-minded person and you can make a difference in someone's life, whether it just be a hello to the person who's begging for change on the street instead of telling them that they should get a job. You know, it could be when you see that person acting stupid, at the bar, offering them a glass of water or a ride home rather than making fun of them or recording them or whatever people do. But I really, really, really wanted to touch on the form of judgment. And I will also say, you know, furthermore, when you judge someone and you don't know what you're talking about, for a lack of better wording right now, I'm just realizing how much I'm saying. Forgive me. But it's such a form of following, and who wants to be a follower? Don't you want to be a leader? Don't you want to, you know, everyone else is doing judging. Everyone else is on the internet complaining about Trump. Whatever the heck people complain about all the time on the internet. Like, don't you want to kind of be your own person and make your own path, instead of someone says, oh, Justine, you can't trust her. She used to do this, this, this. Don't you want to kind of form your own ideas as an adult? Like, isn't that something that you want for yourself? Isn't that something you want to be known for being a leader and not just whatever your friends say or whatever whoever says? But in conclusion, because I do have to head out and go to work, and I'm needed by my munchkin. Just, you know, try to be open-minded and try to, you know, practice a little bit of, you know, helping rather than judging, and making the world a better place, because as we all know, it's already so divided, and it's already headed down such a not great path. If you have such an issue with the way this world is going, and I know for a fact hundreds of you do, because I see it every single day, be the difference in the world and the way that this world is and the way that we treat each other. You cannot talk about a president who treats this group, however, and you're not treating the person right next to you with any level of respect, and you're not treating yourself with respect, as is what you're doing essentially as well. So I had a lot more to say than I thought I would. I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and that you be blessed and stay blessed and count your blessings, most importantly. You know, there are a lot of horrible things going on in this world today, and let's make a difference. You know, we all do make a difference, and I think that's all. Have a good one. Thanks, guys.